Hey nerds, welcome to the book hole. I need an intro. What do you think of that one? uh, so I thought today we'd do the book newbie tag, because even though I've been doing book related videos for a little while now, I still consider myself a newbie at this. Still learning things every day. Every day's a lesson. And I haven't done any of these tag videos before, so this seems like the perfect place to start. So let's get into it. Number one, why did you start this channel? There's like two answers to this, because I originally started this channel so I could have somewhere for my travel videos, but then the panorama happened and so travel wasn't a thing, and I got really into reading, and then I switched and it became a reading channel, and I started doing that because I was having a lot of fun reading and I didn't know anyone else who was reading the same stuff I was, and I needed to talk about the books I was reading. So that's the big reason. I just wanted to chat about books. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? So, funny story, I've recorded this once before, but the sound got messed up and I'm having to re-record it. But you know, I'm glad, because one, the sound should be better this time, and two, I have a better answer for this. So I think we all try really hard to think, what's going to make it special? And you know, it's great to have a niche. Say you're going to only focus on fantasy, you're only going to focus this, that, and the other, or I don't know, maybe you review books in your garden exclusively. But I think when it comes to something that covers reviews, I think it's just really important to show off your tastes. And what I mean by that is, it's really useful when you can find someone who reviews media, whether that's books or films, or gaming, and know that they have similar taste to you. Because that means that if they don't like something, you're probably not going to like it. If they love it, you're probably going to love it. And you're never going to find someone who has an exact match, but if I can connect with people who have a similar taste in books, and I can help them find their next favourite, then perfect, great. Number three, what are you most excited for about this channel? What I just said. If I can find someone else's next favourite book, if I can recommend a book that they then fall in love with, then that will make my day. My job is done. And if I can get more people to read Hangbal, I will be happy. And just being able to connect with people over this subject. There's just not enough IRL people in my life who read a lot of books. So I just want to connect, chat with people. Number four, why do you love reading? So, I love the escapism of fantasy. I love learning new things with nonfiction. I really love falling in love with characters. I don't mean necessarily falling for characters, but I really like the feeling of being in the middle of the book and feeling like you're hanging out with your friends. I think that's always a really special feeling. But a more kind of semi-practical thing I love, because I don't do audiobooks, I pretty much exclusively just do either ebooks or paper. Physical. And what that means is that I have to focus in on the words in front of me. And the great thing about that is that I'm not then tempted to pick up my phone and scroll on the internet. I'm way less likely to distract myself. When I'm watching TV, the temptation to pick up my phone is always there, but that's mostly absent when I'm reading books. And having all of your focus into a story is just really special. What book or series got you into reading? Like, I've been reading my whole life, so this is a really hard question to answer. Like, I specifically have memories of being in the library and picking out books for myself, but I don't really know what they would have been. Some things that have stuck with me over time, though, the usual Harry Potter, that hit me at the right moment in time, which I'm now a little bit sad about. When I was a little bit older and I was looking for what felt like a more grown-up fantasy, I found the James Clemens witch books. They were my absolute favourites for ages. And then as an adult, most recently I'd say the Brandon Sanderson Stormlight Archive books were a huge part in reigniting my love of reading. The way I felt about reading Kings, I haven't felt that way about reading a book since I was a teenager, I don't think. That need to keep turning the page and find out what happens and being really immersed in a story, and falling in love with characters. I honestly didn't think that would happen again, so that was a really magical moment. What questions would you ask your favourite booktubers? This is a weird one. If I was being practical, how long until you got your first 1,000 subs? Just to give me an idea. Just help me out. I go on. What's your most anticipated book for either the end of this year or next year? Just one. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? So I'm already struggling with this, and that's that dreaded view count number being very low. I'm really feeling like you're putting something out there that you've worked hard on that no one cares about. And it's such a hard feeling to deal with, but at the same time, I don't want to whine about it because that just puts people off. That makes things worse. And putting a negative spin on things just makes things worse. And you do have to kind of pick yourself back up. I also think it's important to just like be in the negative emotions for a bit, but after a while you got to pick yourself up and keep going. And I have to remind myself that I'm not doing this for like huge amount of followers. I'm just here to chat books, and if I can keep doing that, then it's all cool with me. Number 8, when did you start reading? Like I said, when I was a kid. Yeah, I read as a kid and never really stopped. I'm sure there were fluctuations. Yeah, I started and never stopped. I was always reading something. I'd say as an adult that slowed down massively at one point, maybe in my late 20s, early 30s, when I became that person who only read on holiday, which was really sad. And then when lockdowns happened, that kind of became the point when I kickstarted my reading habit again, and now I read loads. Where do you read? In that yellow chair over there that I've made videos in. That's my go-to reading spot now. I will sit here at this desk and work for most of the day at various things, and then I will go over there and read in the afternoon. But I will also read in the sofas downstairs, and if it is nice enough outside, I will read outside. Because the weather is so unpredictable in the UK, as soon as the sun's out and it's hot enough to be outside, I will grab a book and go. What kind of books do you like to read? Fantasy is my big go-to. I will always have a fantasy on the go. Lately I'd say Japanese or other Asian translated fiction is an interest of mine. I think I might be interested in reading a little bit more sci-fi after enjoying Dune. A little bit of classics. LGBTQ books, and if they can cross over with my other interests already, then that's cool. And some like non-fiction, but that the topics of that vary quite a lot. That can be politics, like my Putin book, or it could be something nice, like the one about food. I think that covers it. I'd like to do a couple of videos on my favorite books in general, so that you can all get to know me as a reader and what I like. So look forward to that. And that's all the questions answered. I hope you join me in the future for more videos. I've been Emma, and I'll see you next time. Bye!